It's now about 20 minutes since a police officer approached some of the demonstrators and indicated that they needed to move on, and so far nothing has happened. Mate, I'm a Sky News subscriber.
Sorry, man, I'm about to go live.
Okay. If you'd like to talk to a counter-protest protester, that'll be good.
Yeah, that's right. Activist protesters have been here at the intersection of Flinders Street and Flinders Road since just after 7 o'clock this morning. This is a very busy intersection, especially at this time of the morning, so it's causing major traffic delays throughout Melbourne. There's dozens of protesters, not quite 100 I'd say, as well as a very large presence of police. They're holding signs that direct people to watch the Dominion film, as well as signs saying this is a peaceful protest, and signs saying what occupation they are and how long they've been a vegan. They've hired a number of vans from Thrifty, which they're using to block the intersections, and at least 2 protesters are chained to those vans. I've just heard police within the past few minutes start telling protesters that they're being directed to leave, and anybody who stays will be arrested. This comes, of course, after Gibby Goat Cafe in Gippsland, Victoria, was forced to close down following harassment from vegans. So we'll bring you the latest on this protest throughout the morning.
May I ask what your job is?
I'm a senior manager at a major corporation.
Do they know that you're taking today off? Or,
They do know I'm taking today off. It's called annual leave.
Oh, okay. Well, taxpayers have to go to work in order to earn the money to pay the taxes that provide the community infrastructure, such as is being blocked right here now. Don't you think that other taxpayers have a right to be able to access their own infrastructure on a work day? My view is I support people's right to demonstrate and protest, but they should do it in a way that does not infringe on other people's rights to go about their lawful business.
How is that going to create change?
Well, I suspect that this may not create the change that perhaps you're actually looking for. I suspect that give reasonable argument to people.
We do that every day.
Well, if people don't want to accede to your views,
No.
then that's their right, surely.
It's not their right if there's a victim involved, and it's not their right if they're creating damage to the environment for our future generations.
Who are the victims?
The animals.
Okay. Every day there are 200 abortions in Australia. Babies die in the process. Are you going? Oh, so you're only in favour of some victims, not all victims.
That's a completely different topic.
Oh, okay. A living thing is destroyed in the process of abortion, but you don't care about that because it doesn't suit your personal view. Okay, so well, it's different in that it relates to a different form of life. Animals are living things, and if I had to kill my own food, I'd have to be a vegan because I can't do it. If I see a spider in my house, I pick it up on a piece of paper and I take it outside and let it go rather than squash it, because I support the sanctity of life. But the reality is that billions of people around the world rely on the protein from animals Billions of people rely on the protein from animals. Maybe Soylent Green will be the answer in a... you remember Soylent Green? Do you remember that movie? It was a science fiction movie from about 40 years ago where, in fact, they were actually eating people. And there are people who would think that's a good idea too. Of course I've travelled.
I went to a third world country and I stayed with a poor family. Do you know what they fed me? A vegan diet. Do you know why? Because they can't afford meat. Meat is a rich person's food.
I'm sure that there are billions of people in third world countries who do occasionally have access to the protein from animal sources.
They don't need it to survive.
At some point in the future, there will be a viable option to feed billions of people.
I hope so. I'm rooting for it.
And
it does not include the killing and torture of animals.
Human babies get killed every day, and that doesn't trouble you at all.
Of course that troubles me.
Okay.
But you're talking about abortion. They're not human babies. They are fetuses, and there is a difference. Go and talk to a doctor.
There is controversy in the States, in the US now, because Democrat Congress people are suggesting that babies could be aborted at birth or even after birth. So there are some people who would disagree about whether we're talking about babies or not. But I support your right to protest. I just wish and request that you do it in a fashion that does not cause other people to lose time at work and to go about their lawful business. If you would do it over there, I would say go for it.
The very point of a protest is to create disruption.
So you're entitled to disrupt other people, but if people say you should go over there, that's not an appropriate thing to do.
Correct, because that's not the point.
Okay, so your importance trumps everyone else's views on matters.
Our moral responsibility to save animals and the environment trumps everyone else's views.
I have observed the transition of animal rights from free-range chickens, which I totally support, okay, we've been asked to move. I guess if you're going to stay there, that you may be arrested. Excuse me.
Move off the road or you'll be arrested. You understand? You're committing offences. Move back. Move back.
The activists had vowed to remain at this intersection for as long as time. The activists had vowed to stay here at the intersection for as long as possible. The activists had vowed to block this intersection for as long as possible, but after almost 2 hours of protesting, police.
Okay, guys, the cyclist is now on the footpath way over that side. They don't walk through here.
The activists had vowed to block this intersection for as long as possible,
over there.
but after almost 2 hours of protesting,
They need to go back on the footpath across there.
They're going to swing down to the left.
Move off the road. No, they
Nothing's going to come through
they
here.
cannot come down here. So they have to use this
Right back up there. Okay.
right up. Yes, sir. Just push them further than that.
Toolboxes have arrived. I wonder if this indicates angle grinders.
So moving on.
So who are you?
Bill Thompson is my name. I am a resident from about 300 metres from here, and I am very concerned about the frequency with which some people think they're entitled to come and prevent other people going about their lawful business. This intersection is blocked off on a regular basis, as is the roadway up near the State Library. I support people's right to protest. I just wish they would do it in a fashion that respected other people's right to go about their lawful business as well.
What do you reckon about the animal rights movement and what they're campaigning for? Because I think their viewpoint is that we're in a time of absolute crisis, so they feel the necessity to shut down the street. Do you agree with that?
No, I don't think we're in a crisis at present by any means. The consumption of animal products has been going on for tens of thousands of years. There's farming of animals now. I appreciate that the scale in some places may be higher or larger than it used to be, but the purpose is to feed people. And I support lawful business pursuits that allow people to earn a living and that produce a worthwhile product for the community.
Thank you.
Okay. They went to a lot of trouble. They put the blanket over the lady so that she wasn't burned by flying sparks. They gave her earmuffs so that her hearing wasn't affected. Oh, now they're going to link arms.